Welcome students. The third program of Practical 1. Create an application that receives the student ID, student name, course name, date of birth information from a set of students. The application should also display the information of all the students once the data has been entered. For developing this program, either we can create the classes or we can create the structures. Now, as per your curriculum, over here we have to use a structure. What do you mean by a structure? A structure is nothing but the collection of dissimilar member variables. It means you can have integer, you can have a float, we can have a double, we can have a string into it. A structure in C# can also have a method just like what your classes is. So let's try to work out for this particular program. So I'm planning to create a new program over here. So this is practical 1B has been completed by us. So practical 1A has been completed by us. So here it comes. I'm planning to develop a practical 1C. So I'm adding the new class, and here I'm giving the name of this class as practical 1C. I don't want to use these all namespaces, so I remove it. Now I can create a structure over here. So I'm creating my structure. Structure is developed by using a keyword called as struct, followed by the name of the structure. I'm providing the name of structure as student. Further, I'm deciding the member variables of the structure. So here I need to store student ID, student name, course name. Take one by one student ID. So I provide int student ID. Further, I would like to store student name. So I'm providing string student name. I need to store the course name. So I'm providing string course name. I would like to store the date of birth. So I'm providing date time DOB, that is for a date of birth. So student structure consists of member variable, one for student ID, one for student name, one for course name, and one for date of birth. I need to accept as well as display. So what I will be doing, I will be creating two methods in this structure, one for accepting and one for display. So here I create by saying public void accept, and here I write the code for accepting, that is displaying the messages and accepting the values. So I specify console.write. I'm using write one. Student ID. Further accepting the value inside SID by saying SID equal to int.parse console.readline. And again I'm providing over here console.writeLine. Student name. Here I mention as name equal to console.readline. Now readline accept the string and sname is also a string, so I'm not using any kind of parsing over here. I would like to accept the course name, so I'm writing console.write. Prefer to use the write, otherwise write line what will do, it will display the message and next line it will accept the value. So here I'm providing student course name, or I say course name, then cname equal to console.readline. Further I mention console.write date of birth, and the value has been accepted inside the DOB variable. But you know that readline accept the string, so the string need to be converted in date and time. So here I mention date time dot parse in the bracket console.readline. So accept the work has been completed. Now I would like to work with display. So here I mention public void display. This is for displaying the student information. It has been expected in the questions. So I'm writing now console.write a write line student ID \n student name \n. You know this thing. This is nothing but called a marker. Then here I'm providing course name 2. Then I'm providing \n, and here I'm providing date of birth, and here I'm mentioning 3. So let's understand the logic of it. Now after this double quotes, I provide comma, then the first variable value will be displayed where the 0 marker is there. So I'm providing SID, then I'm providing SNAME, then I'm providing CNAME, and date of birth. So I'm writing DOB dot. Now I can say two short date string. It is better to display two short date string. So okay, the work has been completed. I had developed the method, one for displaying and one for accepting. So this is one for displaying, one for accepting inside a structure. Everything is set now. Now we have to develop a main method. So here I am providing student, the name of structure, consider an array. I am giving the name of the array as all students equal to new student, and in square bracket I provide number of students are 3. Now I use one for loop for accepting values and one for loop for displaying the values. So here I say for int I equal to 0 till I is less than all students dot length. So if I make it as 4, then also I don't require to change the program again and again. And inside this for loop, I mention all students of I dot accept. So this for loop accepts the value. Further, I'm writing console.writeLine, maybe student data. Suppose for just decoration purpose, I had used this. And now I mention over here console.writeLine. This is only for decoration purpose. So the output should look nice. So here I mention one console.writeLine. I mention student information. Again, I use the same console.writeLine. And then I use a for loop for displaying the values. So write for int I equal to 0 till I is less than all students dot length and I plus plus. And here I mention all students of I dot display. After the program, we are waiting for a keystroke by saying console.read key. Now I try to run the program. Okay, but the problem, you know that it is running the earlier program, so you need to change the startup object. So I give right click, I go to properties. Here I change my startup object. Okay, if the program is not getting displayed, don't worry, just close your solution. You have to clean it and rebuild it and reopen the solution. And now you can see your program over here. I plan to run my program. It asks me the student name. Student ID is 1. Student name, I'm putting my own name. I'm giving the course name, Chalo BSCIT. The date of birth is 12/12/2020, bad year. Okay, so I may provide 1/1/1979. Student ID of the second student 2. Okay, my kid's name. Course name is in third standard only, so third standard. The date of birth is 7/12/2012, and the third one ID. Okay, name is ABC, course name is BBC. I'm just putting some random values, 7/6/2020, and you'll find the same student information you are getting displayed. Now this is need to be done for your practical number 1C, which is of accepting the student information and need to display the information which is entered by the user.